It was like so strange to have such stress in our friendship. I didn't realize like how deep it was actually going.
I kind of miss having that one specific friend that you can actually tell something to.
What brings you here?
Sometimes she like jumps to conclusions.
You'll just be like, this is how I feel right now, and I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, I totally thought that we were just like done. I'm Bree, I'm 25 and I'm from Lake Orion, Michigan.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 25 and I'm from El Paso, Texas. I moved here to LA from Texas for acting.
I moved out here for acting. Obviously, you don't really get an acting job right away unless you're like super lucky. So I'm serving now, and that's where I met Alex, which we both served together at the same restaurant. And I think it was like so strange to have such stress in our friendship, like out of nowhere, you know, that was just, I think it took us both by surprise. You know, everything was just so relaxed and so nice. And then it was just kind of out of nowhere.
I'd also like to hear from each of you what you'd like to get out of today, sort of like what brings you here, and also what your goals are.
The thing that like bothers me about Alex is that sometimes she like jumps to conclusions faster than she should, I guess. Because it's like, it's not even a big deal, but it turns into a big deal.
When you get in that like mode of like, I'm upset, like you won't try to be like, okay, let's talk it out. It'll just be like, no, man, don't talk to me right now. If you would just talk to me now, maybe fix things. Yeah, just that, like, you don't give us a chance to talk it out. You'll just be like, this is how I feel right now, and this is how I want to stay for a day or a few hours. Don't talk to me.
I started dating this guy, and you know, I was trying to like make it work because it was like great, you know, like I moved out here and I'm like meeting somebody new. And I think I ended up kind of like distancing myself from like friends and from Alex and stuff because like I really wanted the relationship to work too, so I'd like have somebody there.
I feel a disconnection from you. Like at the beginning, he did come with us like for a few like going out events and stuff like that. But I would feel like I would go with the other friends because, well, you guys were together, so I don't know, I just didn't feel like going like and talking to both of you because I felt like, I don't know, you guys were just like in the honeymoon phase and you guys were all happy and stuff like that.
I mean, I didn't ever want you to be like a third wheel or anything. Like it was like, I was always just like, oh, like he'll come along too, and like it wasn't like I was like super like PDA or anything. Like it was just kind of like we're just like hanging out and like you know, like I'm with my friends and like I want him to meet my friends too, you know, like but I don't know, it ended up like not working out anyway. Yeah, and like didn't really tell Alex either because I like didn't know how to say it and how to like reconnect. And it was like
wow, I didn't know that. Like, how long ago?
a couple weeks ago. Like it's just like it just kind of just like went out.
She works like afternoon shifts and I work night shifts. So I'll kind of see her. So right now it's kind of nice that we're like talking, but like we probably have like a lot of catching up to do and stuff like that. Like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
The turning point in our friendship was dating the guy because it was just didn't really go out as much, and like we had like a every weekend kind of thing we were going out. I wanted to hang out with him more.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely the turning point where I was like, wait, this is different. Like, because then I was like, well, I want to go to the mall now, but I don't want to go by myself. So yeah.
Well, and I'm also curious for you, Alex, if there was any felt sense of envy or jealousy as it related to your friend sort of having a new boyfriend.
Maybe just the fact that she was spending a lot of time with him, but I would still see some pictures like on Instagram of you and stuff like that, or on Facebook, and I would be like, no, like she's happy. Like I would be happy for her too. It wouldn't be like a, oh, you got a guy. Like what about me? Yeah, it wouldn't. It would never reach that point. I still cared about her, and I still was happy for her at the same time.
I don't know. I thought like you were like kind of mad that I was hanging out with him from like some of the texts that I got, but I was just kind of like maybe like it'll just like blow over, you know. And I didn't realize like how deep it was actually going.
I was never like super angry. Like I still was like if you came back and tried to talk to me, I probably would have like been like, oh, okay, no, like let's just talk it over and then fix things. But since we never really did that, it was just like by text. Then I think the miscommunication was just like, oh, she's mad. Never mind, I don't want to deal with that right now. But I kind of miss having having that one specific friend that you can actually tell something to, and because you have those other friends, but you know you can't tell them everything.
Right.
Wanted to work on our communication better. We didn't want to go there, like, because we didn't know if it was going to get the person mad and stuff or upset or something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, we want to do it.
Part
Just
of it
like
for you.
more open with
Yeah.
each other and just like, yeah, definitely rebuilding.
I wanted you to go out with your friends and stuff. I just felt like sometimes, like, it would be like a flake. Like, you wouldn't even tell me, like, hey, I'm not going to go today. I would just kind of expect you to be there, but then you would just disappear. And I'd be like, just flaked on us. But I didn't.
Yeah. I don't know. It
Like-
might have like come off as flaky, but I was just kind of like so excited. You know? I see it now that it must have come off like that, and I didn't mean for it to come off like that at all.
Oh, I
Well-
understand.
Well, in those moments when it felt like Bree was canceling or shifting plans or not prioritizing your friendship, did you feel like you could share that felt hurtful?
I would tell her, but then it would end up like in an argument in the text. I kind of stopped talking to her. I wouldn't really try as much as maybe I could have. I would invite him and stuff, but sometimes I feel like that's the reason that she wouldn't come out, because of him or something like that. But instead of telling her like, hey, where were you or something, I could have been like, hey, what happened?
Yeah. So a little bit more of a gentle startup than, you know,
Yeah.
coming at you.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kind of threw it at her, I think. Yeah.
And it also sounds like if you're doing that kind of interaction via text, it can only go so far, and it also can be really easily misinterpreted.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It just got to the point where we were just texting, like we weren't really calling anymore. You know, you can say one thing, like I was like, oh, I was busy, but it might sound like, oh, I'm busy.
With that tone.
Right. And it was just like, no, but I think we both thought that we were angry, but I think we were probably just, I don't know, I think you were maybe just sad or
Or
upset or
her,
something.
yeah, and then we just, because I wasn't sure, like, if to ask you to hang out again or something, because I was just like,
Right.
she probably thinks I'm ignoring her because I'm not talking to her. But I felt like you were ignoring me because you weren't
Right.
talking.
Yeah, I totally thought that we were just like done. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, then it can be confusing. It's like who's ignoring who, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And we weren't at all, I guess.
Yeah. It sounds like in some ways you both appreciated the friendship, but were having a hard time communicating that you had certain needs, either needs for space in certain moments or needs for connection and follow through in other moments. For you, Alex, what ways would you like to assert your needs?
like if you meet a new person and stuff, like it's okay. It's just maybe appreciate like communication. Like, hey, yeah, like plans changed and we're gonna go somewhere. Just let us all know or something like that. I don't know. It just hurt me just because I saw her like a sister, so it was just like a family member kind of like ignoring you.
Yeah. I definitely think it was just kind of selfish at my part. But I don't know, I just like thought of it as like excitement that like, oh, Alex is always going to be there. I think I just didn't think about like how she was feeling. Like, oh, well, this is great for me. And then like, she's going to be there and it'll be fine. But I just kind of like push you to the side. I'm sorry.
Well, what's it like to have her apologize?
It's really nice. Like,
I was like,
Because there's an acknowledgement, right?
yeah.
That you're taking responsibility and going, oh, I could have done things better. It wasn't malicious. I didn't have bad intent.
Right.
But I could have been more communicative about where I was at and regarding plans and everything else, right?
Yeah.
and you could have told me that you guys like broke up and stuff, because I know you're probably feeling like down and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Oftentimes in relationships, right, it's not necessarily like one person solely at fault. Usually it's a mixture of things. Bree, you're sort of recognizing, oh, I could have been clearer, I could have let her know what's going on. And for you, Alex, it sounds like you're recognizing, oh, I could have followed up with, you know, not just a text, but maybe a phone call or in person. Okay.
or not like attacked you in a way. Like,
Yeah.
like, just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's nice to like actually be able to like talk about it and like say things out loud. Even over the phone isn't even the same. Like it's like being and like having like a bystander too, like somebody that like we can talk to.
When you address it more quickly, you have those sort of quick repairs. It actually can deepen the intimacy in your friendship, because then you better understand where you stand, where the other person stands. It can become bigger than it was originally, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and it was just a little thing or something. Like,
Yeah.
What things are you moving forward with and want to do differently in your friendship?
I'm gonna actually like talk to Alex more about like what's going on and like keep her involved in my life. You know, I don't want to have like a boyfriend be like my everything, you know, like I need friends too. If like we have a problem or something, I feel like it would be better to just actually say how we're feeling and not have to brush it off.
Or just address it from the beginning instead of waiting like such a long time. And
Right, and don't let it like fester or anything and like
Yeah.
hold grudges.
if we like switch roles and stuff like that, I think like this helped me a lot too, because it helps me to be like in your shoes.
Ignoring a problem isn't ever the solution. Like, it's just like you need to deal with it and you need to deal with it now. I mean, like, we're adults, we're 25. We should be able to like talk about things and have it be settled then.
So thanks for investing in today and the energy that you put into it and talking to each other face to face. I think it's great that you each took responsibility for your part in this. So I wish you both the best and imagine you just really enjoying your friendship.
Thanks.
You guys want to hug it out? You can.
I was like waiting.